Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of the Talking Ballers podcast. Trevor Wilt, Jordan Cannell, joined today by Kannapolis Cannonballs relief pitcher. His name is Morris Austin. Let's get it. Welcome back here to the Talking Ballers podcast. Trevor Wilt, Jordan Cannell, talking Ballers, as we do every single week. This is the fourth time we're doing it this season.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. And, hey, the boys, 4 wins on the road at Myrtle Beach.
Dude, 4-2 last week down at Dirty Myrtle.
Dirty Myrtle. No
Let's
better
go.
nickname.
Sounds like the boys like playing at the coast.
They do. The coast is, Myrtle Beach is so stinking great. And I understand it may be dirty, but it's awesome. And it's a cool little ballpark as well. Me and my family, we got to go and take in the game.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
Saturday night, bro, it was awesome. Went to the beach Saturday with my whole fam.
Nice.
The game got postponed an hour with almost zero rain. Tarp was on the field.
Interesting.
I know. But because, dude, pop-up showers in Myrtle Beach.
It happens, yeah.
They were all over the stinking place. So one happened. It rained for like 6.5 seconds, delayed about an hour. But you know what? Had a good time. Boys ended up getting a win. Morris actually threw as well, so that was cool. Got to see Morris. And
what a fun interview that folks are going to get to hear from him in a little bit.
yeah, guys, he's another guy we've had kind of circled. Not just a good ball player, but we notice things.
Yeah.
We notice how the players walk. We notice how they talk. We notice what they wear. We don't sometimes, you want the big time prospects, right?
Right.
And sometimes you want the guy who's got a fun story. And then Morris, we didn't really know much about him. We found out a lot about him here today. He's got a great story when it comes to, again, all the ups and downs of his baseball career. And I was going to say homeless. He wasn't homeless. He was jobless last year for a little bit, just a few days before his wedding. Again, we're going to hear about that story.
What a crazy story.
Dude, could you imagine?
Oh, dude, I know. I think the way he approached it was like, honestly, man, like you couldn't have done that any better. So, folks, you're going to hear that story coming up in a little bit on the podcast. But, yeah, the boys taking 4 out of 6 last week in Myrtle Beach. You know, Trevor, I think the cool thing that I think that I'm most excited about looking at right now is I'm going to pull up these stats here for the Carolina League.
Come on.
And let's see what's
we're
going
up there.
on.
I know we're up there. And, guys, so we just found out basically late. So we're filming this on a Monday. And so this is the off day for myself, for Jordan, and for Morris as well. So appreciate him being here on his off day. And, man, we found out basically Sunday night that Brady Montgomery and Jordan Sprinkle just got
the promotion.
The promotion.
Yeah.
So we hate that because we wish we had them for even longer.
Yeah.
But we love that because we don't want to know anybody for the longest time because we want them to do well here and get the heck up and hopefully go to Chicago. But the reason why we've been so good in the standings and lately, those are two of the big reasons. Morris Austin, another one, but Jordan, go ahead and tell people how the KCB doing.
So we are currently 11-10, sitting just over 500, 2 games back of Augusta, who is coming to town.
Oh, so this is
it's a big early series for the Ballers.
Love that.
Augusta sitting 13-8, currently in first place in the South Division, and Carolina, the Mudcats are still cruising. They're 15-6. You know, we're 5-5 over our last 10, which is good. We're still sitting at 500. You know, the boys are coming back in with a plus 10 run differential, but we're playing a team with a plus 28 run differential who is better away than they are home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 7-5 away, 6-3 at home.
Dude, Augusta, that place.
And we're the same. We're better away than we are at home.
Huh.
We're 8-4 away, 3-6 at home.
And I would say Atrium Health Ballpark and SRP Park, where they play in Augusta, two of the better venues in all of low A baseball.
Yeah.
So that's funny though that they're better on the road. But we faced some really good teams here at home and excited to. But the good thing is Myrtle Beach, they were not a very good team. They're actually at the very, very bottom of the South Division. Good to see the boys take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you got to take wins when you can get them. And for our guys too, it probably was a little bit of a confidence booster to be able to go down there, play some good baseball. You know, it stinks, you know, losing Braden and Jordan, but also knowing like, hey, it's good for them. That's part of minor league baseball, getting the promotion. And then, you know, I think it's going to open up some space for other guys to kind of do some stuff. So we'll see what happens and keep trucking along. This homestand, it's a long homestand, Trevor. 12 games in 13 days, bro.
You're going to hear a lot of me, and I'm going to hear a lot of you.
Yeah.
I won't be there Friday night. Got a wedding, one of Morgan's.
Friday, this coming Friday?
Yes. Are you going to be there?
I will be. I'm there all week this week except Sunday.
Except Sunday. And then
next week. The next week I'm off Friday because of Faith Night, and then off Sunday. So I'll be there.
You'll be a fan Friday night.
Be a fan Friday. I'm excited about that. My church is going to be up in the Sky Lounge. By the way, I'm looking at these tickets, bro. These are some nice tickets. Can you guys see these on the camera? You see these little tickets?
Yeah, bring them up a little bit.
The KCB has done a great job with their ticket game.
Yes, yeah. Joel Johnson, our graphic designer.
They look great.
Who we interviewed
just last week.
Yeah. Guys, check out that pod. That pod was absolutely awesome. Doing phenomenal on YouTube, too.
Oh, dude. I mean, what the world? What's going on?
The YouTube, we thought we were going to get 25 views. We have over 1,000 people that watch on YouTube.
Listen, we have a single GoPro camera going on right now. We're eventually going to try and up this a little bit, get a little bit better. But thank you for watching. I've heard so many people say it was so cool for them to even like we're sitting there thinking like, oh God, we look weird. But people were just so excited to be able to see us do this.
Yeah, and again, this is just two buddies that started a podcast last year, and it is gone like that. And again, shout out to Morse. Again, we got him in a nice little stool right here for 51 minutes. He ended up chatting with us, and but yeah, we're gonna continue to get some better technology as the pod continues
as the sponsors roll in.
Come on now, Tier 1 0. Boom, we're doing it.
It's so crazy. Like I'm thinking like, look at these numbers. Look at what like we've been like so blessed with like these crazy numbers that are happening like. And so I'm like, it's got to come soon, right?
It's going to, man.
It's got to come soon.
Be faithful. We're going to be faithful with it. But yeah, guys, this has been awesome. The guys have been great here lately as well, and excited for the boys to get 14.
Just going to prop this right here.
Yeah, just go and prop that right there. There we go. Yeah, we got, just product placement. Sure. Yeah, we'll do it. We're just going to speak into existence. Cheer Wine, the presenting sponsor of today's podcast.
Cheer Wine. Cheer Wine.
Cheer Wine.
God bless America.
God bless America. God bless our troops. But yeah, they've been doing really well, which has been fun. And guys, like Jordan just said, we're about to do 12 of the next 13 days. We're going to be playing baseball. And we have Star Wars Day this coming Sunday. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
We have the jersey auction. It's going to go live Tuesday through Monday. And it's going to be on there for a week starting again. Technically, I think today, I guess you could say, whenever we get this out on a Tuesday. And all going back to the Ryan Blaney Family Foundation. So it's been cool, man. He actually helped me design the jersey.
That's cool.
And come up with the way. He's a huge
really
Darth
cool.
Vader fan. He's got a huge Darth Vader tattoo on him. And so he wanted that basically one of the lead focal points of the jersey to be that. So we got that rocking for us, which is going to be great. We got fireworks Fridays and Saturdays. We got Faith Night next week. We got Lionel Trains Night where we're giving out train whistles. We're doing that on Friday. I won't be there, but I know you guys will still have a great time. Miss Michaela Tucker. Thirsty Thursdays are always great. We got Q's and Brews going.
Yeah.
Education days back-to-back on Wednesdays.
Bro, my small group, like from here at the church, they're going to be in one of the suites tomorrow night. Yeah, like so one of the guys in my small group.
Who do they know, bro?
One of the guys in my small group works for a company that, I don't want to name drop on here, but they work for a company and they gave, him suite tickets for tomorrow night. And so he invited all of our small group, and it's like 2 suites down from the press box, so they're going to be up there living the sweet life.
Living the sweet life of Zach and Cody, of Trevor and Jordan. Oh, dude, that's great. They're going to be hearing you.
Yeah, they're going to be able to be there and like hear it, and it's
Is that
cool.
nerve-wracking or no?
Honestly, man, it gets me. It's just cool, man. Like I love being able to share my love of Kannapolis baseball with people. Like it's so much fun. It's such a fun thing to do, and that's why. I think that's why we have so much fun doing this podcast. Is we get to share our love of baseball, but then also our love of the Cannonballers and baseball in Kannapolis and baseball in general. And so, but I'll tell you what, man, I think it's about that time.
I think so as well. Guys, this is our interview with Morris Austin, and one of the top relief pitchers, not just on the Kannapolis Cannonballers, but in all of the Carolina League. We hope you guys enjoy it. Jordan, you were the man during this podcast.
It's fun. It was a fun one.
Shout out to Rolf as well for the video.
Rolf, thanks for editing the video, buddy.
Guys, and real quick, he shows you guys some of his pitches on that. So we're using a video.
Oh, dude, you gotta if you gotta watch this one because he takes a baseball and he's like showing you up to the camera like some of the how he's like holding the ball. It's pretty cool. So
It's
don't
great.
miss that.
So
Don't
Morris,
miss that.
thanks so much as well. Again, shout out to his family for being such great people.
Miss Katie, thanks for letting us interview your husband. Appreciate that.
He's the man. Stay with him, okay?
All right, here comes Morris Austin, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
Morris Austin, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we are back with the JUCO bandit himself, Mr. Morris Austin. And no, it is not Austin Morris. That everyone. All right. So before we even get to baseball and your life, let's get to your name.
Yeah.
Has this happened your entire life?
Oh, the entire life.
When was it worse? Was it worse in college? Was it worse whenever you were trying to get into your dating life? Now with your wife, was it worse baseball? When has Morris Austin been the worst translation? It should be easy, right? It's two easy words to pronounce.
Yeah, the background behind that is my mom's maiden name. My mom's maiden name is Morris, and so I was the firstborn from 5 girls. I was the firstborn male, and so that's where it comes from. And so, yeah, it's been college mainly. College and on was the issue for my name.
Yeah.
But other than that, I had some nicknames in high school that nobody called me Morris. They called me Mahone.
Mahone?
Mahone was my nickname in high school.
Okay.
Okay, I like the wait. What was Mahone the nickname for?
It was short for Austin Mahone, like it was Justin Bieber wannabe or something. That
Okay.
was kind of popular back in the
Okay.
day.
Did you have the long hair?
Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
not really, but
No.
it's just kind of Austin, close enough.
Yeah.
I like that.
Man.
Weird stuff, man.
Yeah, weird. So I don't know if Jordan's gonna rock with that one over the P. Sometimes he likes to find some guys that he likes and he gives them a special nickname.
Mahone.
Yes.
That's
And then
interesting.
I guess,
I do like that he's a JUCO bandit.
yeah, JUCO
Yes.
is, I guess, I don't know. I even have a nickname in JUCO, but like in D1, it was Cap.
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 That's cool.
That was about it. Yeah.
Wait, what did you get Cap for?
it
What's
was just captain.
Oh, you were captain. So you were the
it's
captain of your
just-
squad.
just Cap. Yeah.
Okay.
Cap. That's cool. I like that. That's solid. It
Yes.
can go with you.
Again, Morris, welcome to the pod, man. We're excited to have you. Our second player. This is our 4th podcast that we've done this season. We had Ryan Burrows on a couple weeks ago. Again, he's a big-time fan favorite. You're turning into a fan favorite because, well, I guess whenever you're a fan favorite, that means you're actually good as well, on top of being a good person.
That's
So,
right.
for you, man, what is before we get to the Texas life, man? What's life been like in K-Town over the last, I guess, couple months now?
Yeah, I mean it's the classic baseball life. You got to move where you're told, and so it's been fun. I've loved the town, good people here, good food here. I've enjoyed all the meals I've had here, so it's been fun. Living with the guys have been fun too. It's just I feel like it's back to a college environment.
Oh
again,
yeah,
so
dude. Well, you have like 8 guys in
8
each
guys
home,
in
right?
one home. Yeah,
And you're living with who?
Pierce George is my roommate.
Nice.
Yeah.
So-
We'll have him on the pod here soon. If he doesn't get
Yeah.
promoted soon, we want to have him on the
we
pod.
gotta get Pierce on, man. Yeah, but I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. Like we were talking about his new experience with Cheerwine.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
We already popped it open.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's already been drunk.
And it was cool. His comparison, but I think he agrees with us, Trevor, that the zero is better than the original.
Agree.
And it should be. It is.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Is it the Red 40? I don't know. And also, I don't care because it tastes so stinking good at all times. Can you compare it to any drink from back home in Texas? Is there like a special drink that you guys would go?
I mean, it's just like cherry Dr Pepper or Mr. Pibb. So
Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb.
That's when you know you've seen something as a child whenever you're drinking Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb, Cokes. What is it like? Well, before because Dr. Like a little soda lore here.
Yeah,
Dr. Pepper is its own company.
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
So like it's not Pepsi and it's not Coke.
Nope.
But it really depends on like who's distributing it, like as to what the bottle looks like. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that is. Oh, yes, that's right.
Yep.
I do remember that because I remember asking that question at a ballpark, and they're like, "Yeah, we get this from. It depends
Yeah.
on who's distributing it."
Isn't that crazy? I think it's so funny.
It's what- Who had Tab back in the day? Was Tab by itself?
Yeah.
Remember Tab?
I remember
Gotta be.
Tab.
Or it bought out and somebody just like
I
it's
never
not
was
good
a
enough.
I
Yeah.
never
Cut it.
was a big fan.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was. I think that was
Yeah.
that was like the funny thing about it. It's like no one liked it, but
I
everyone
never-
kept drinking
It's
it.
kind of like Clearly Canadian. Like, why do people drink it?
Clearly Canadian. Is that the like ginger ale stuff?
Kind of. It's like clear.
Is that the blue bottle?
Yeah, like a
Yeah, I
blue
remember
glass
that.
bottle. It's like sparkling with like
I remember that.
like it has like this like their cherry version is like a sour tart cherry, and you're like, why,
Why do we do this?
why,
Yeah. Yeah.
why?
Yeah. Well, hey, maybe. Well, we
It's
know
like,
that.
it's like now I understand why people in Canada are like they have to be happy all the time because their food makes you want to die.
There you go. Take that, Drake. Take that, Justin Bieber. All right, that was
Oh,
your
man.
nickname back in the day.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so talk about back in the day.
Yep.
Talk to the people about where you grew up from. What Keller, Texas?
Texas, yeah.
Okay, what's Keller, Texas like?
Little suburb of Fort Worth, man. It was nice. Went to a little high school there. Me and my 2 sisters, and had a good grand old time. Everything's there you ever want, probably. So
Nice.
it was fun living the life down there. And parents are still there right now. So
Oh, that's awesome. There we go.
It's a nice little hometown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
get on
nice.
Fort Worth, dude. I love me some Fort Worth, Texas. Hey,
Worth is
actually, fun
fun.
fact: my belt buckle and my belt loop that I wear every single Cannonballers game from Fort
Fort
Worth,
Worth.
from the
Yeah.
stockyard.
Love
How
That's
about
some
that?
stockyards.
I didn't
I
know that either,
love
bro. I just learned something new.
Come on.
So you were a 2023 draft pick of the Milwaukee Brewers organization. You spent last year
Yep.
in the Carolina League as well. You
Come on.
just were a Carolina Mudcat.
Yep.
Sorry about that,
I
bro.
hate
Yeah.
them so much, dude.
Oh man.
Zebulon. Oh,
Yeah.
And they're just having like the year of their lives this year. Like
that is.
I mean, that's how we opened up last year too. We were
Yeah.
a real hot team last year, and I think we ended up with the most wins in the Carolina League
yeah.
yeah.
in the entire season. So I mean, they roll around a good squad every year. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun to play them this next week or whatever. And so
I remember when one of the first seasons we were in the new
Don't
stadium.
say his name.
Oh yeah. And
Don't say it.
Joey Weimer.
Joey Weimer.
Joey Weimer, we hated
Joey
him.
Weimer and the Carolina Mudcats came to town, and dude, the Kannapolis fans just gave Joey all the junk.
The game, the business for literally
like
weeks straight.
by the end of like the last the last week we played them. Like we played them 2 or 3 times at home that year.
Yeah, seemed like
And-
15 times.
Yeah, and we just had them so much in the season that year. We played Carolina so much.
and they beat us almost
Yeah,
every
but
game.
They were like our kryptonite.
Yeah,
And then, but the Joey Weimer, bro, like I remember like hearing this one guy going, Joey Weimer.
oh yeah, I know exactly who it was too. I'm not gonna say his name on the podcast because he'll probably listen and want to take
Just
that.
gave him the business.
It was,
Funny.
dude, it was awful. Joey Weimer probably batted. I would easily. I'm not even
Over
I'm not-
500.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't. I was
Went
gonna
off.
say easily to 600 to 700
Wow.
throughout the entire year against us.
Yeah.
No.
It was so bad, and then
He loved hitting in Kannapolis.
He loved it, and he would sign autographs from our fans after games all the time. And before, he was the most sought out autograph every single time anybody came in, even our players.
crazy.
Everyone loved him, man. But yeah, so of course you're a minor league guy. You've been around the block for a few years now. What, drafted in 2023, like you
Yep.
said, 10th rounder. But you went through again the JUCO Bandit. Let's talk a little bit about it. For a
Yeah.
lot of people that don't know, whenever you go to junior college, they like to say JUCO instead of community college, whatever that may
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
And
Yep.
then they like to call you a bandit because you basically got to be a stinking bandit to be playing down there. And it is a grind.
Oh yeah.
It is not luxurious.
No.
It's a lot like old school minor league baseball, where they didn't provide you with all these beautiful meals and houses.
Yeah.
And but man, so you started in what 2018? Still, but you actually didn't start in Texas. You ended up going to Oklahoma,
Yep.
right?
It's Tishomingo.
Well,
Yeah. Tishomingo, Oklahoma. It's
Tishomingo.
Tishomingo.
How do you spell that?
Tishmingo.
Tishomingo.
Oh, I forgot an A. Tishamingo.
Tishomingo.
Tishomingo.
Okay,
Tishomingo.
that sound. There we
That's
go.
a
You
very.
gotta clip that one out. That was bad.
It's a very
That's
like
very
Native
bad.
American name.
Yes, Tishomingo,
Yeah.
Oklahoma. Blake Shelton's restaurant's out there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, is
I
that
met
where
him.
he's from?
Yeah. No, he's kind of outside of there, but he put a restaurant there.
You met him?
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
What does he look like in person? Does he look fake?
He looks taller than imagined.
Oh, like
He's
like-
like
was
6'4" or
yeah,
something. He's
6'4",
pretty big.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said he's 64 years old.
Oh,
I was like,
no.
no, there's
he's,
no
he's,
way.
he's a tall guy.
yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, really cool guy. That was a kick being down there, man.
You were only
And
down there for a short while.
short stint, and
Yeah.
then catcher, outfielder life, and then turned PO to another junior college. So, well, PO the sophomore year, but
Okay.
that's all JUCO is. Kind of what you put into it is what you get out of it. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah, for sure.
got to put a lot into it to love it.
Yes.
Dude, I can imagine, like, you know, just from like the stories you hear about junior college baseball, it's not chump baseball. People think like, oh, junior college. No, there's some studs down there, man.
Oh yeah,
And that's the reason, like, you get like big time programs, like, you know, you think of like Ole Miss or Florida State or Texas, like they're consistently having junior transfers come in that were JUCO guys.
Come
Oh,
on,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of hard throwing guys. That's
yeah.
like the number one thing.
Yeah.
that you
Hard throwing
think of,
guys
right?
and
Yeah.
some defensive wizards, man. They play.
And then for you, man, after JUCO, landed at Houston Baptist, Houston
Yep.
Christian. You were there in 21, 22.
Head coach was kind of cool, right? I think he played
Yeah.
baseball once or twice.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just for a few.
Can we talk about Lance the Dance?
Was that his nickname back in the day?
No,
He's
I'm
a
just
big
taking
Puma.
I'm taking that
Huh?
Big Puma.
the big Puma.
The
yeah.
Big Puma. That's right. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
you said Lance the Dance earlier.
I take it from the third major league movie, Back to the Minors. You know,
yeah.
played third base, Lance the Dance,
Lance the Dance.
romance.
Okay, there we go. So,
Uh,
dude, that's
yeah.
cool as junk.
Yeah,
Lance
really
Bergman.
cool.
Lance Bergman.
I'm sure that he probably told you multiple stories, but what was he like what was it, like an actual coach?
I mean, well respected. You take his baseball knowledge and you just try to do your best with what he gives you, and so like it's got just listening to him and listening to his career. He was my baseball idol growing up, and that's why I was number 17 for my entire career.
That's cool.
No way.
And so I finally got to tell him that one.
Really
into
cool.
my
Was
my
that
career.
weird? Oh,
it was really weird.
He
did-
waited to the end.
Yeah, I waited to the end. He didn't even know. Yeah, I wore 17 because of him. That was my baseball idol because he went to Rice and then he played for Houston, and Houston
Yeah.
was my team growing up, and so
Yeah.
it was really cool to have him there, and just his knowledge is incredible. Playing for him was incredible, and just having him be there and bring all the people around him that he was with in pro ball.
Did he ever bring anybody like really cool in his speech?
Oh yeah, Clemens. You got
Wow.
Pettit. You got. You just got several guys after guys, and it's just like, dude, this is really cool. And then we'd have our golf tournament at Bagwell, or Biggio would show up, and
That's amazing.
it'd be really cool. So
That's
like,
amazing.
just having some pro guys around is really cool, and you just get to pick their brains, which is even better.
Do you almost feel the same way with Chad? I know we're jumping up, but we'll jump back to your college days a
Yeah.
bit. Almost same thing with Chad.
Same thing with
Pinder?
Chad. I want to try to pick his brain as much as I can because he's a little bit like I played with generational guys. So like Xavier Hernandez got me to Houston Baptist. He was in the 80s and 90s. Then you got Lance Bergman from 2000 to 2015. And then you got Chad right after that, 2018 to 2022 or whatever. Like so, I got the age gaps now and
Yeah.
trying to fill in like what is baseball and how is it developed and how can I better myself off those years. So it's really cool to see that.
That's big time.
Man, I think that's a really cool way to approach it too, because consistently being a student of the game, whether it's a generation or even like now, like because you walk into a clubhouse and you got like 40 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you look at these 40 guys and not one of them is the same.
Yeah. Oh, not at all.
How does that happen? They're all baseball players, right? Well, yeah, just because you're a baseball player doesn't mean you're the same. Doesn't mean you
yeah.
have the same makeup, and so like for a guy like you, man, you walk into a clubhouse in Kannapolis, you're surrounded by you got first round guys like a Braden Montgomery who just got the promotion. You got guys like Woolco who look like they are a major leaguer just sitting in a 19-year-old's body.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
crazy.
keep forgetting he's 19.
It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of
crazy.
people do.
And then you have guys like yourself who come in, lower round like draftees, but I wouldn't even say lower round, like middle round
Yeah.
draftee.
It was did they move it from 40 to 20?
Yeah.
I think it was like 40 to 5 to
It was
10.
right after COVID. COVID
Right
was the
after
5, and then
Yep.
after that they said 20. And
Okay,
then
cool.
I think in the future it's going to drop even further
Yeah,
than
yeah.
20. I think it's going to be like 10, 15. So.
Yeah.
But then you step into a clubhouse, man, and like, has there been a difference? Like, have you noticed a difference in like, just stepping into clubhouses as you've gotten older and older, and then now in professional ball, like, clubhouses change much?
Yeah, I mean, there's just still the same personalities around. You
Yeah.
got your goofballs and just kind of everything else. You got the serious cats, and like I consider myself being serious in my
Sure.
game there. But it's cool to see everybody's personality and how they play the game individually, and you want to put your piece into the puzzle. You want to do your game, but like also fit along well with them. So
Yeah.
it's been cool to have that, and past few years have been cool to see other people go up, and you're like, oh, like they got the stuff, and so I kind of want to be there as well,
Dude, I love that. And then you're a pitcher, so you look in that and you're like, there's more of you guys than anybody else on the team,
Yeah,
and you're just like, okay, well, how do I separate myself? Like,
yeah,
And so I can imagine that that's like a constant like hurdle, man. But then, just we can throw out some stats here. you know.
I'll let you throw out some stats. Throw out some
Yeah.
stats, Jay. They're pretty
So-
decent this year for Morse.
So I mean, even this year with the ball, like 2.3 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 12 Ks, and 13 and a third innings pitched. Like WHIP .98. That's a 0.98 WHIP, by the way, everybody. He's got one save, and man, you've been in 8 games. It's pretty incredible.
Heck yeah. Opponent's only batting 163 against you, which is always nice to
Yeah.
see. It kind of back to Jordan saying that. Have you seen a difference in the way? So newly married. Congratulations, by the way.
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
yep,
Thank you.
that's awesome. What's a lovely lady's name?
Katie.
Katie, Miss
Katie.
Katie. There we go. Before we talk about Katie, do you see a different way that you approach the game now that you're a married man?
Yeah, even after so I got released 4 days before I got married. So it was
Wow.
it was a kind of
shucks.
a big mental change of like, hey, like I've seen the Reaper once, you know, I got to go out there and just play with it all on the line, you know. So it's been fun to have that, and also my wife is a huge support in my life, and so
That's awesome.
she's been there, her family's been there, my family's been there, so it's everybody on my side. It's been really cool to see that they've been pushing for my career, and
Yeah.
it's been fun to have.
Dude, what was that week like? Whenever you
Oh.
got released, and then you're it's the happiest week of your life.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not the happiest week, happiest day.
Yeah.
A few days leading up to, you're like,
Yeah.
good
That's
Lord.
a good adjustment there.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I really hope this person doesn't scream at this person,
Yeah.
or everyone makes it on time, or everyone's right. What was that week like? Holy
I mean,
moly!
I don't even know. It's indescribable. It was horrible hearing that call come out from the GM, and you know, it's just gut wrenching. It was just a normal Tuesday afternoon for me. I was like, nothing about it. And then
What were you doing?
I was playing video games. I was just chilling at home. I just worked out and came home playing video games, and boom, there my life changed. And then you know, my wife was super supportive in the moment. Like I called her. She was on a away trip playing, and so.
You had a coach at Dayton.
Dayton, yeah. So they were away, and they were about to go into a game that Tuesday night for a midweek, and
It's
Called
probably
her.
it's probably really nice too from your perspective to be married to another athlete.
yeah, she
And so
understands it.
She understands what you're walking through. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of like, you know, I feel like Trevor had that same thing. Like when Trevor got married, Morgan and Trevor both were working in the front office. When Jen and I got married, Jen and I both were working and church staffs together. And so it's like, it's cool to have that helpmate that understands what you're like walking through, but then also like what you're dreaming of.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
deep right
that's
there.
what it's about, man. I love
Yeah.
that. And for you, man, so had the wedding.
Yep.
And then as soon as you got married, did you guys go on a honeymoon right away or no?
No, so we had a little. It was almost elopement style. We had one ceremony with our family only in that October wedding, and then October 13th, and then in January we had the full celebration in Wisconsin with everybody's families, because we're like,
In January.
yeah, because
In Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin. 14 degrees. We were taking
Oh
photos
my
outside.
goodness.
It was
Wait, why'd y'all
brutal.
decide? So what was the decision on that? I gotta hear it.
Just more time with each other.
Sure.
We knew my season was gonna roll, maybe late February and then early March, you know. So we were like, oh, we can't get married in January after her season's done, so we're gonna do it during season with her just family, my immediate family, and it worked out well, but like at the same time it was like gut wrenching. And then one of the happiest moments of my life, and just like, I have my wife, but now I'm laid off. I'm a bum. So
I'm a bum. So
Oh no.
you jumped into teaching.
yeah, I jumped in.
Was that like immediate?
No, it was like a month. Month went by, month and a half went by, and my mom was talking to me. And she's like, "Do you know what you want to do?" I was like, "I don't want to work a 9 to 5 right now, because I still got to work out. I still want to pursue this."
Sure.
Yeah.
I was clear with my wife, and Katie was very supportive of it, and she's like, "You got to do this." And so I was working out, and then she's like, "You got to find something too." And I was like, "Okay." Like I felt like a bum at home, so picked up substitute teaching, and it was good. Did it for a little bit. I don't think I'll ever go back, but like it was.
Did you have any teaching experience before?
No, not
Dude,
at all.
that's got
None.
Dude, my mom, she's in education. She said, well, hopefully none of her coworkers are listening to this, but in the past, teaching now is like miserable.
I mean,
It can be miserable. She enjoys her new job now,
Yeah.
but the past couple stops, were you elementary, middle, or high?
both. All.
So you were
all-
substitute
I was.
teaching,
I was literally just a substitute for elementary and above, and
Okay.
so I have mad respect for those teachers now. Like
Oh,
what they have to go through, and the kids have really changed how school works, and so it's interesting to see that, but also at the same time, it's like I'm kind of glad I'm out of that now. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a fun job again. Like don't get me wrong, it was fun, but like,
Yeah.
it was taxing.
But kids
Yeah.
suck, man. I mean, yeah.
Dude, kids aren't the same anymore.
They're
No,
not.
no,
It's
they're
so-
not.
It's so different.
Different generation.
Like, yeah.
It's a COVID generation, man.
We don't have to say more about that, but
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it's just
That's hilarious.
But yeah.
man. And so spent last season with the Mudcats, this year here
Yeah.
in Kannapolis, still Carolina League, and I remember you said you're kind of hoping you get away from the Carolina League after everything with the Mudcats, but
Yeah,
man, I tell you what, we're glad to have you in Kannapolis.
appreciate it.
And I'm really it's pretty cool that you and Pierce George are roommates. That's kind of cool.
Oh
you know?
yeah. They're good guys.
Yeah, both of you guys are guys of faith, like really, really strong in your faith, and it's cool. We were talking about Pierce, we talked about him a couple weeks now, and he stands out there on Sundays in his jersey, like full on, like same thing, like he just worked again on like this last Sunday homestand, and he's like out there like high fiving all the kids that are running the bases, like just dude gets it.
Yeah, he
You
was
know?
signing autographs, doing it. And it was
Yeah.
awesome. It was great to see. And then Jordan, you weren't there. It was Sunday, of course. You were here at the
Yeah,
church
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. Did you know that he? So I reached out to him the night before. I was doing scripts until like 3:30 in the morning, and then I was like, I never message a player because I always want to do it the professional. I at least want to go through Eli, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to get Pierce. I don't want to tell Pierce I want him to say the Sunday Easter Resurrection Sunday prayer
Yeah.
at like 10 a.m. I want to tell him. I just shot him a message. I was like, "Hey, bro, sorry for being so late. Would you want to say the prayer tomorrow? I think that would.
Yeah.
I think that would mean a lot,
Yeah.
dude. He rocked. It.
Nailed it.
Let's
Dude,
go,
it was
Pierce.
great. It was a great prayer.
Oh,
Like,
it was-
everybody in the dugout's like, dude, like that was well sought. Like I mean, that was
Yeah.
great, man.
It was so
That's
great.
awesome.
I'll have to get the recording of it.
Oh,
and send it
dude,
to you. I
dude.
honestly, I was probably send it to his parents. His parents are in,
Yeah.
which is not. Has Miss Katie or any of your other family members been in so far?
Yeah. So my wife actually got to go to Lynchburg for a little bit.
Oh,
So
that's awesome,
it
man.
was 6 weeks
Yeah.
since I saw her last, and then now it's like I'm on week 3 here of not
Yeah.
seeing her, so
Feels weird.
it feels
That's
weird.
tough
It's
being a newlywed too, bro. That's gotta be tough.
Yeah, I mean, her job is so demanding. My job's very demanding.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
knew that going in, so
Yeah,
it's the understanding part of
Yeah.
like she knows, I know,
yeah.
Yeah,
so we got to work through that. So that's cool.
you're gonna
Man.
fight through it. And again, since it seems like you again are a man of faith as well. How much has your faith been able to impact you in all of your ups and downs? Whether it be again transferring a couple times in college, again going through the highs, going through the lows, going through Tommy John, the marriage, the release. How has he kind of helped you help mold who you are?
I mean, that's the story of my career right there is just God's light and opening doors. I've preached this a lot. Is my door has been open and closed many times, and I'm thankful for God for that. Like I wasn't meant to be at that JUCO. He closed the door, opened the door to another JUCO, then opened another door to the D1, and closed the door on Tommy John. Like that's just an open door, closed door,
Yeah.
open door, closed door. Like it's showing me the route of His way, and it's not my path. It's not my plan, so it's His plan that's going through me.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see that. And even wherever I end up in my career is like, it's all thanks to Him. Like it's His glory. It's
Yeah,
what
man.
I do. And so,
It's awesome.
my wife has been very supportive of me in my career, and our faith together is what's kind of kept me around playing professional baseball. Is like, all right, we went to church whenever we were back home and I was released, and we prayed about this a lot, and just give us the door,
Yeah,
whether that's into the real world
Yeah.
or into the baseball world,
Mm.
because baseball's not real. I'm playing a kid's game for a job. So
oh, I love to hear that.
It's the best, man. Like, there's nothing in my as someone that is just like a fan of baseball. Like, I can sit back and I still tell people like, there's no better sport in the world. You
Yeah.
know?
That's beautiful.
Like the NFL draft was last week. You watch the draft, you see these dreams coming true, and I'm still thinking to myself like, football's great, stories are great, but there's nothing like baseball.
Oh yeah, especially I mean Texas high school football is probably up there, but then it goes.
Yeah.
Was Texas high school football pretty sweet, dude?
oh, it was all that, man. Everybody talks about big game, and it's pretty big.
Did you have any big guys ever go through your school?
No, dude. We were a small school, but we had a few guys like go play, but nothing like of
Yeah.
NFL quality. Like most of those, I guess they're like more outside of Dallas type guys. Like you got your North Lakes and whatever. So
Dude, it's so funny, bro. Like if I would have like met you just randomly and heard you talk, I would have never thought you were from Texas.
really,
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think
Really?
you really have an accent. I don't think he
No.
has an accent.
it comes out every once in a while.
Oh, does it?
I'll say y'all or something like that. And
Okay.
just something. I'll out myself pretty quick.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get that Wisconsin accent.
No,
I
that's
don't know.
my wife.
Okay.
She's
But
she's from Wisconsin.
And then now
Okay.
y'all live in Ohio, right?
Yep, living in Ohio.
But she's from Wisconsin. Is it a bad accent or is it like a,
Yeah,
a
it's
good
like
bad?
just words. Bag is big,
Big
Oh,
big,
on Wisconsin.
a bag of bags.
She loves
Big.
cheese.
Huh?
She
Oh,
loves cheese?
she loves cheese.
What kind of cheese does she like? Do you know?
It's usually a sharp cheddar.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be a sharp cheddar. It's gotta
Shop.
be. It's gotta be shop
Shop cheddar.
cheddar.
Shap cheddar.
And it's
Shop
gotta be
cheddar.
squeaky cheese too.
That was more
It's gotta be
Boston, I would say
fresh.
shop
Wait,
cheddar.
what's squeaky?
You never had squeaky cheese.
Oh yeah, like it makes the
It's
the
so
cheese
it's so
curds.
free. Yeah, exactly. It's so fresh. It squeaks. You'll hear it squeak.
Why would you
curd.
be?
It's the
Why would you
curds,
be
bro.
rubbing your cheese?
No. Like when you chew it, like it.
chew it.
Oh, I was like, wait,
chew
why
it.
No,
would you
it
just like
sounds
rub a
it
piece
sounds
of
squeaky.
It's like you ever had like poutine?
Yeah. Oh, it's disgusting.
Like I said,
Yeah.
Canada, bro. Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they are poutine. That's
Yeah.
so stupid.
But in Wisconsin, they make it better because they put chili
Yeah.
instead of gravy
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the French fries, and then they put the little cheese curds.
Beans are not in chili though.
Oh yeah, there's
In
no
Wisconsin,
bean. Yeah,
no.
that's why in Wisconsin you have to say chili beans.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Weird.
bro. I see down here like my wife and I've had this conversation before too because I think she says chili beans.
Texas chili has beans.
Yeah. Well, here in North
Wisconsin,
Carolina,
Wisconsin chili does not. Have beans.
like there's two different types of chilies
Yeah.
here. You have your hamburger hot dog chili, your
Mm.
condiment chili, and then you have chili. Like I want a bowl of chili.
Yeah.
I just assume there's gonna be beans in that.
Yeah.
Right. But when I put like chili on my burger or chili on my hot dog, I assume that it's just going to be like meat.
Meat.
Meat
yeah,
sauce.
like a
yeah.
meat sauce.
Yeah.
Like a chili meat sauce.
Weird
Dude,
things, man.
Apparently, man, people are just weird.
Yes. Yeah. People are weird. Yes. It
Boils down to
all over
that.
the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boils down to that.
It does. Oh man, that's awesome.
Do you miss any food from Texas?
Oh man,
Now
I miss
that you're over
I miss my
here-
barbecue.
Yeah.
I miss my barbecue and
Are you a
Tex-Mex.
brisket guy?
I'm a big brisket guy.
Let's go. That's my favorite
Yeah, I
barbecue.
like my Tex-Mex too because you get a lot of my
Tex-Mex,
brother-in-law
yes.
is full Mexican, so
Okay.
Okay.
he makes some really good salsa. I do miss his salsa. He makes like homemade tortilla chips too and homemade
Dude.
tortillas. He's a good cook. My
Man.
sister is a good cook. I guess both my sisters are good cooks too.
There
So.
we go.
A lot of females in the fam.
Yep,
You
yep.
said your mom is one of 5 girls.
Yep, mom's one of 5
And
girls.
then you're one of 3, but then there's 2 sisters.
2 sisters, older, younger. My older sister's an OT,
Okay.
and then younger sister is gonna be in law school this next year.
Oh wow.
So, and they got a baseball player.
We have your contract negotiations done. You have your body health done. You know.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're just good to go, bro.
Right?
You're covered.
I'm covered.
You're covered,
Check.
dude.
That's incredible, dude. And then you'll maybe one day you'll just be the strength coach over at Dayton or something like
Maybe.
Yeah.
that. That'll be the
Yeah.
goal. After like we got another 10, 15 years in.
I don't know. I was thinking, I was just go like head baseball coach.
Yeah, that's a good point. That would be
I'll
good.
probably stick in baseball somewhere.
There you go.
They got
We'll
good
see.
baseball anywhere at Dayton? They got good baseball team there or no?
Yeah, they've had a few players come out of there. My buddy's in the Brewers system right now. He's
Okay.
out of Dayton. Mark
Okay.
Manfredi.
I know
Ohio State baseball. You don't really hear much about them. You don't really hear much about.
Yeah.
Basketball, that's
You know,
where it's at. Though.
yeah.
Have you been to a game?
Yes, it's a crazy.
Is it freaking
it's
awesome?
It's crazy.
Dude, I remember like
I don't get the
I
hype,
remember
but
like the
it's crazy.
documentaries back in the day, like the Dayton documentaries about like just how big basketball is in Dayton.
Flyers,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
It's
it,
still
man.
big. It's still big, man.
Yeah.
'Cause what
They're
the-
still trying to push for it too.
like just keep it.
Yeah, just keep it going.
Because what they had was it Obi Toppin was he their last big
Yep.
time player,
Yep.
right? And then they've had a few other guys kind of go through, but they never really had anybody like ginormous. It's just
No.
they
Yeah.
were just good. They were just a good
Solid,
mid-major school, like a
solid.
VCU,
Yeah.
Wichita State, where they could just rock
VCU's in
and
that
roll.
conference, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Atlantic 10.
yeah, A10. Real quick, so man, kind of going back to the stats and going back to a little bit of you saying, hey, God's plan. If it was up to your plan, then you'd probably strike everybody out. You're pretty good at doing that. You strike out a lot of guys. So again, we talked about some of your stats, and I remember your Portland Pickles stats were unreal whenever you played the summer ball team after basically after graduating, and then next thing you know. You're still doing it here at this level. What has the success felt like for you? How much fun is it to get up there and strike someone out 60 feet 6 inches away? Because you do an awful lot.
Yeah, it's just kind of like hitting a home run. It's just like every time you hit the sweet spot, it's like no greater feeling, So doing that and trying to be successful as you can, it's more fun when you're successful, but when you're slumping, it's kind of tough to get out of that rut. You know, punching guys out is great, but also I've changed my mentality a little bit more of like, hey, punch outs are great. I can still get them, but I need to make more contact. And so less walks, more punch out, or I guess walks and strikeouts go hand in hand, but get a good amount of strikeouts, still let them hit the ball though. Don't try to be too perfect. So
Bro, like I never really was much of a pitcher, so I always was a position player and never played any real, like, I would say, like, meaningful baseball after high school. So, like, you think about, like, for me, like, I always think about pitchers, man, like, when you're in the zone and, like, you're feeling it, like, how do you know, like I'm on today? Like, is there a moment where you're like, my stuff's here today? Because I know in baseball, it's not every day.
Yeah.
And every time you touch that rubber, it's not going to be the same. But, like, you know, there can be, like, you see, like, I physically feel like a pitcher's, like, body language changes when they're on.
yeah,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
when they know, like, my stuff's here today.
that's a good point.
Like, you're not going to hit me today.
Yeah, that's a good point because you say, like, you know, your stuff's not going to be there. It's like, I say 40% of the time that you have your A game, 50% of the time you have your BC stuff, and then that 10% you have your worst stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like what you do with your BC stuff, and ultimately your other 10% of your worst stuff is what you do on the field. Because, you know, you get into that slot of a 40% and you're dominant. I kind of black out. I don't know I don't remember what happens. I just remember being in the zone, doing my job, and getting out. But it's like, what happens when you lose that zone and you're like, your focus is kind of off.
Yeah.
And so you got to really tough through that. And so that's when I think the most, and that's dangerous, is when you think. You just got to go out there and do. You got to get back it and try to find that feel for your A stuff. So
the reason I asked that question is I've been watching that Red Sox documentary on Netflix. Have you seen that at all?
yeah,
Is it good?
very good.
Oh, man.
Very good.
Oh, I need to get
Worth
So
watch.
they did like these extra interviews on that Netflix posted on their YouTube, and they were interviewing Boozer, and he's talking about, like, it's just a crazy story. Like, 30-year-old dude gets promoted to the majors for the first time in his 30s, like retired from baseball, and then came back, gets to the MLB. But essentially, he was saying, he's like, when you have your stuff, you feel like you're pitching inside the center of a cyclone.
Yeah.
He's like,
The hecticness is outside of you.
and when he said that, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Can you even, like, hear some things that are going on?
No, not really. I usually hear my teammates, and that's about it. And that's inside the cyclone is everybody else.
You're like, give me the dang ball.
I just think that's such a cool way of saying that. Like, and I can understand, like, I understood it. Like, when he said that, I was like, I can understand what he's saying. Like, especially, like, thinking about it, like, in Boston. Like, dude, those fans are relentless, right?
New Yorkers
All
or
the
whatever.
distractions,
Everything.
Yes.
Like, you walk in, you're like, oh my gosh, there's everything, right? And then
Yeah.
you're like, man, that dude is just worried about that baseball and that mitt in front
You
of
seen
him.
the For the Love of the Game?
Oh, love
Yeah.
that movie.
I mean,
The silence the mechanism.
Silence the Mechanism.
Yeah, dude.
That's exactly how
What
it
a
feels.
great
out there.
film.
That's my favorite movie of all time. Right there.
That's one of my top 10 too, bro.
Oh, that's
So-
great, man. So whenever you're up there, so what are your pitches that you throw?
Yeah, fastball, cutter, slider, and changeup. So my slider is kind of, it's weird. It's a bullet pitch now. It's more of a dart pitch, and then my changeup.
What do you mean by that bullet pitch?
So it's like a cutter, but it's just going down.
Okay.
And my other cutter is going
So you're
up.
throwing it hard.
Throwing it really hard.
Yeah.
Trying to throw it hard. And if it's not, then I'm tired.
I like that. Have you had those 4 pitches up in your repertoire the entire time?
No. College, I was probably fastball, changeup. Only slider was a cement mixer.
Yeah.
Just up there. And then through these past few years, I've really figured out how to pitch, not just throw, just the pitch. And so changeup's my favorite out pitch, ironically. Not even the fastball.
Really?
I like my changeup way
Do
better
you
than the fastball.
you throw a circle or
It's a circle change.
Okay.
It's a combination of a circle and a four seam change, and so people see that four seam coming out of my hand, and it just goes. whoop.
Let's
Oh,
See
I
ya.
love that.
It's a parachuter.
I love it. Dude,
Love it.
A circle change is like one of my favorite pitches to throw in MLB The Show.
Yeah. it's
love it.
broken.
Did you get to learn any of these pitches? So I know that you had Lance Berkman back in college, but with Houston Christian, Houston Baptist, whatever you want to call it. He said he does have basically like his degrees because they switched.
Yeah, so I got
When did they switch?
my undergrad from
Was
Houston
Houston
Baptist.
Baptist, and
It's
then-
in business management,
Yeah.
and then my master's degree is under Houston Christian.
Yeah.
Which is that's hilarious.
So I got-
because did they just switch the university's name?
Yep, switched it right
just
up,
like that.
right there.
That's hilarious.
Man, hey, that happened. happens.
Yes,
does happen.
I hope it happens.
I think
in
it's happened
Charlotte.
like 6 times though.
They
for the
probably
university.
Honestly, they probably in some ways
awesome.
from an athletic perspective, I could see them trying to separate themselves from like a DBU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all about money
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about anything else.
But whenever you were there, so you also had Andy Pettit.
Yep.
Right? So the mental game, right? I know that's something that everybody goes through. I feel like a lot of pitchers may go through it. I want to say a little bit more, but then again, it could be a position player. If you strike out, if you're playing every single day and you strike out 12 of your 16 at bats, you're going to be pissed off every single day, right?
Sure.
But if you're a pitcher and you're like, oh man, I just screwed up, I'm not going to throw for another 3 days, that even sucks even worse. But
Yeah.
for you, the whole mental game, was Andy Pettit able to help you out? Were other coaches along the way able to help you out? Because that's such a huge thing.
Absolutely. It was both of them. I mean, they were huge helps of, whatever the separator tool is for your physical ability is your mental ability. And so that's what separates a good player and a bad player is not the physical side. Everybody's doing the same things essentially. It's just like, what are you thinking mentally about?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get my mental right. I was off a little bit. When I got drafted, it was like, okay, I got to be in a tighter zone, trying to be too precise with it. A lot of walks happen with that. But no, it's just like, just continue to bulldog through your zone, keep doing your thing. Don't let everybody else get you off. And so Pettit was a huge help. He actually developed my cutter with me, and that's how I got a cutter.
That's a pretty cool guy to. But
Oh, yeah.
for him being a
Lefty.
lefty, was that weird?
No, it was just, I flipped the grip around, and it was the same. It's the same grip as his, and so
Yeah.
if I throw it right, you'll see it. It's a good pitch.
Yeah.
But if I don't, then
Do you like your cutter to almost be like a surfing type of cutter where it stays on plane, doesn't really drop or move, it just kind of moves, like kind of shifts to the left?
yeah, it's more of a rise.
Interesting.
So it's a rise. I don't know if you do statistics on TrackMan and whatnot, but it's like a 11 vert and like a negative line. It's just 0.
Wow.
So it's like a 11-0.
Wow.
But like my fastball is like 20 plus vert. Hopefully, that's what my good fastball is.
Yeah.
20 plus vert,
Yeah.
and then like 5 or 6 horizontal or whatever.
Big
and then,
okay.
and then my slider is like negative
So
3,
grab
negative.
that baseball right there behind you.
Yeah.
Take your fingers towards the camera. Show how you're like.
So 4-seam is the horseshoe on the right hand side over there.
Yeah.
And then my cutter, I just come across the top. And so I'm trying to like throw this ball like sideways, essentially like a sideways fastball. So horseshoe's on the inside of it.
Yeah.
Trying to throw it like that, and then slider just over the top of the laces, and I'm trying to show my nail essentially.
Yeah.
And try to rip down, and then change up.
Dude, that's gnarly. Oh my
Look how
gosh.
big his hands are. Good
I
No,
know.
my hands are tiny.
Really? Oh, they're
Tiny.
just a lot bigger than mine,
Tiny.
I guess, right?
So
I mean,
when you're
guys can palm this.
when you were like when you say your change up, like when it's on.
Yeah,
Like is that one of your favorite? You said your favorite kind
that's
of
my
go-to.
favorite go-to pitch because they're all setting fastball, and I just
Yeah.
drop that in on them. It's 10 miles an hour slower, and they're
you
just
make
out
people
front.
just look like
Oh, they're idiots out there. I love it. That's my favorite.
you got him falling over the plate,
Oh, yeah.
man. That's a big one for sure. That's fun.
He's loved it. He showed that on my DJ Gladney ball.
Oh, is it DJ Gladney?
Yeah,
He was my
yeah.
roommate in spring training.
So he signed that. He signed that for my
That's funny.
grandmother. My grandma passed away from cancer last
Oh,
year.
I'm sorry to hear, man.
No, man. One of those stories where definitely God got all the glory in that story for sure.
Yeah.
But so so instead of me like Ubering from the ballpark, because we used to be able to park like back there in that little crevice.
Yeah.
And I can't park right there anymore. So usually I'll get like dropped off there. So she used to like drop me off and pick me up from games. And one of the games, like DJ hit a foul ball and it landed right in front of her car.
Oh my.
And so she just got out and grabbed the ball, and she asked me after the game. She's like, "Do you know who hit this ball?" I was like, "I know exactly
That's
who
really
hit
cool.
that ball."
Oh, such a good
really
guy.
And so
Yeah,
I took it.
great
I
guy.
asked Trevor, and he got him to sign it for
Yeah.
her. So
That's cool.
Go DJ. That's my
Yeah.
DJ.
DJ.
Dude, what a legend.
Dude, I love it.
Everybody loved him. We had a
Yeah.
baseball camp, and that made everyone's baseball camp dream. As soon as I was like, guys, I need someone to come out, and DJ's like, I'll do it. I'm like, dude, you're about to. As soon as he walked out, I had 150 kids yelling his name. They know no one else.
just
Yep.
DJ, yeah.
Yeah, we had all these. I think Colson Montgomery might have even been on the team at
Yeah.
the time
Wow.
too. They don't give a rat's
Dude,
behind.
the
They were just like
DJ was like the first one I remember being as a baller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the one where it didn't matter who you were in Kannapolis. You're like, hey, how's DJ Gladney doing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We could
Everybody knew DJ.
Yeah,
That's
we could
cool.
sell his stuff for so much money. We literally have to hold back. We have so much signed DJ Gladney stuff.
Really?
We asked him to right whenever he got promoted, he signed so much crap, and everyone was like, "Why are y'all getting him to sign it? Like, we got top prospects. We're like,
Yeah.
DJ's. Everyone
He's the
loved him,
man.
man.
Yeah, he's
it
the
was
man.
so
His
cool.
favorite.
So
That's
you've
very
had some
cool.
really good roommates.
Yeah. It's
Pierce is
awesome.
great.
Cool.
DJ's is great. And who was your roommate in Carolina?
So I lived with several people
Okay.
back then. It was we
So
were
is their
always
setup
moving.
kind of similar where like they provide housing for you guys?
Yeah, I mean it's usually an apartment, but
Okay,
this
so
is
not
a house.
like-
It's a house, so
Yeah.
affiliates are just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess this is one of the exceptions with the house since they built the houses. So
It was
Yeah.
honestly probably just a smart investment for the team
sure,
instead of having to like rent the
like a
apartments.
little more housing, a little more.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah.
dude, those shotgun houses are not big.
No.
Wait,
no.
what are the shotgun? Wait, is that?
That's the
The
style
house,
house
though.
it is.
Oh, that's
we,
what.
we have
Oh, yeah.
5 guys to a
Little
bathroom.
shotgun houses, yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
5 guys.
Yeah, that's
5
tough, bro.
guys. Yeah.
We got to
like
Temerity
the
baseball.
burgers, yeah.
We got to work on this.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, hey, the more we keep winning, the more we keep making money. That
Absolutely.
means the better
Let's go.
houses we get.
Absolutely.
That's the goal. Because I know they're building a lot next to you guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you walk to the ballpark, Scoot, or do you get a car?
I usually kind of drive.
Smart. I'd do the same thing if I was you, bro.
Yeah.
I'd either like have an electric scooter or I would like just drive.
That's what a lot of Latin guys they used to do. All like Chispa. That's like they all would have the scooters back in.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do them anymore though.
No.
They just
nobody
walk.
takes
don't
it. Yeah,
they?
just take the walk.
Yeah. It's not too bad. As soon as I was about to pull up, he goes, "Hey, front or back of the church?" I said front. I said, "Man, he's from Texas. I bet you he's got a big old truck."
Yeah.
Saw that big old black truck as soon as I pulled up. So that's him right there. Are you guys? So y'all gonna move to? Y'all are in Ohio.
Yep.
Do you have a house? Y'all renting? Where y'all at?
Yeah, we're just a little apartment right now.
Nice.
So,
Kind of gonna go through it for a while.
yeah, a little bit of that roundabout kind of
Yeah.
just lease for a bit, and we'll figure it out later.
Does she want to do coaching? Does Katie want to do coaching for a while?
Yeah, well,
That's her passion.
yeah, we'll see where it goes. She's had already a successful career with her job. I'm really proud of her. She's worked really hard. She puts in a lot of hours. She's doing everything over there. She's a third assistant coach, but she's also travel, food, recruiting.
Wow.
She's like a
defense,
Dobo and everything.
offense.
Yeah. So where did she go to college?
She went to a small little NAIA called Judson in Chicago.
Judson.
Yeah,
I've never heard of
Elgin, Ohio, or no, Ohio,
Illinois?
Illinois.
Illinois? Okay.
Elgin.
Judson, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be awesome, but it just sounds.
It's a small little town.
Play volleyball?
Yeah, played volleyball 5 years. She was killer middle. If you go look up her stats, she's got like 1,700 kills as a middle.
What was her maiden name? So Katie what?
Katie Valeria.
Valeria. Okay, cool. We'll,
Yes.
we'll look her up.
That is
She-
so
she
Game of
has-
They
Thrones,
put her
bro.
states down. So Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like Valyrian steel.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are
you a Game of
She
Thrones
was a
guy?
beast.
She was a
Game of Thrones
beast. Yeah. What?
Are you a Game of Thrones guy?
I have not gotten into it.
I never have.
gotta get in there.
I
Morris.
I've heard
I
of it.
never wa-
Morris.
I know.
Dude,
I
I
know.
never watched
Star
it.
Wars though.
Trevor, don't talk to me.
I just researched Star Wars last night with my wife.
Honestly,
Oh,
like,
no.
I will. Let me make this disclaimer. I love the stories of Game of Thrones. Like for me, like it was the stories. There's so much nudity in those shows.
Yeah.
People say it's bad.
Yeah, it's like the first
tough.
season. The first season is like I'm like okay, because for me, like I always connected to it. Like the first connection I had to the stories was like through the books, like the Ice and Fire books.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
They had
this is-
books.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Oh, yeah.
books. Big
Oh.
books. Like really thick.
See, I never read Harry Potter. I'm
But-
not a big book reader. I
yeah,
do a lot
I'm
of
right there with
online
you.
listening.
I never read the Harry Potter books, but I'm a big Harry Potter movie fan. But with the Game of Thrones, I was like, yeah, it's cool. And then then after Jenna and I got married, we ended up watching the series together, and she was like, "Why is there so much nudity in this first season?" But then after the first season, the
Hollywoodized.
actors get better contracts.
That's what I call
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actors get better contracts. They don't have to get naked anymore. you
That's
know.
true. Yeah.
But honestly, to me, the story is so good. Like you don't need the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, have you ever used like the Angel app? Like, you ever use that app?
Yeah. I used
So
to
like,
watch
you can literally
shows
like
on it.
I would literally watch some of those shows like through like when I was first watching like on my own as a bachelor, like before I was married and didn't want to have any of that temptation in my
Yeah.
life, you know,
Yeah.
like
Mm.
I would watch through the Angel app and it would literally cut those scenes out for
Oh,
you.
cool.
And so you could get all of the Game of Thrones without the nudity.
Cool.
Really? And
Yeah,
that's
that's really
that's
cool.
where Chosen started.
Yeah.
And they did that. And now they're all over the place.
Yeah,
man,
really
which
cool.
is great.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, man. It's
Man, we
pretty
have
cool.
talked about a lot on this podcast. A lot of different
Dude.
things.
Yeah.
I know.
We just ended with Never mind. That's awesome. I love it, man. Let's see. Last few things, man. So you said you were just a local patriot.
Yep.
Is that your coffee spot?
Coffee spot for sure.
What do you get
Okay.
there? Do you do same
Just
thing?
get the white chocolate latte with Irish cream. It just-
Irish cream. Let's
Irish cream.
go.
So it's just, I don't know. I
Tastes
found
good.
it. Tastes
So
good.
are you like? Is that like a daily thing for you? Like you look patriot every day?
No, I mean, I go do my reading every once in a while, and
Sure.
I'll go over there and get a coffee. When
Yeah.
Are you a big reader?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to stay in the Word.
There you
Okay,
go.
this is
Yeah,
Bi-
that's
okay,
good.
that's good.
Bible reading.
Heck
So
yeah.
Strong, bro. I
either
love that.
journaling or trying to read and
Yeah.
trying to stay there.
Has rooming with Pierce, has that helped as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's a firm believer. We pray together. Like we'll go on the road and we'll go grab a meal and we'll pray outside or pray at the meal or whatever. And so had a really cool experience this past weekend. We went to a little pancake house or whatever it is, and
Down at Myrtle.
yeah, prayed, and a person came over there and said, "We'll pay for your meal." I said,
Huh.
"You don't have to do that," but they're
That's
like,
awesome,
we
bro.
love the way you pray," and that was really cool to see God's provision. God always
Yeah.
provides in
Yeah.
those moments, and it's
Yeah.
like we didn't need that provision, but God showed that, and
Yeah.
that what we're doing is on the right track. And so,
Correct.
they're
Man.
actually from Texas too, so it's kind of
Oh,
cool.
that's so cool.
And,
Dude,
and me
that
and Pierce
is
are
so
from
awesome.
Texas, so it's just
Yeah.
like, wow.
Praying in public has been, I feel like it's a lost art. Like back in the day, it's like you would always see it, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, you would just see families holding hands. Like now you just don't see it as much.
It's
And
a statement, though. It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
is showing like, hey, like this isn't like this is
Dude.
for show, but this is
Yeah.
for our time. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
us. I don't even care about anybody else around us.
correct.
Like nothing else matters going on behind us.
Man,
'Cause
it's
for him.
it's so cool. Like my wife and I, when we pray before every meal, but like people always think it's funny because I end my prayers like when she's with me, like we always are holding hands when we pray, regardless of anybody else is. And I'll thank the Lord for my super cool smoking hot wife.
Do you do that?
Yeah,
I
every-
love that.
Every prayer. And dude, I kid you not, you can like fact check me. Like every time, like I'm with her and I'm like, I'll pray that, I don't remember. Now, one of the times, like, so one of the first Sundays I was preaching here at the church, like
Oh man.
my grandma, before she passed away, she was so nervous that I was going to pray that.
Oh wow.
Like before
By out of habit.
before I did my
Dude,
message.
Nani was
Yeah.
just like,
She
That's
was
funny.
like,
shaking.
please don't do that.
Oh,
And
that's great, man.
But no, I didn't do it. I did it obviously like it's different. Like in the pulpit, I'm not gonna embarrass my wife like that. But
correct. What's the Will Ferrell from Talladega Nights? Did he
That's
say
where I
that?
got it
Yeah.
from. That's
Is it?
exactly where I
Dear-
got it from.
Yeah.
Your 6 ounce,
Yeah.
6
Your
pound,
fleeced out
11.
9 ounce
Yes.
baby Jesus, yeah. But I started
Oh, yeah.
doing that,
6
like I
pound,
just
11
started
ounce
doing it
baby
after like
Jesus.
Jen and I. So after Jen and I got married, like I did it as a joke, like on our honeymoon, like just with her and I,
Mhm.
and it just stuck.
No.
Because we spent that whole week like pretty much like alone, like we're alone on our honeymoon. We're just like
Yeah.
hanging out in Florida at the beach and doing all these fun things. Like every time I would pray before a meal, I'd be like, Lord, thank you for my super cool smoking hot wife, And
There you go. So
Yeah.
I can't even
Love that.
steal that now because now Morgan's gonna listen to this. And be like, Trev, you can't start saying that, man.
That's funny.
I like that.
We did
Dude,
it. We did it
yeah.
before we were married. We would do whoever paid for the meal. You pay, I pray.
okay, that's cool.
So whatever I paid, she prayed. And then where she paid, I prayed.
I
so.
like that. See, I could,
That's
I could,
good.
I could
It was
maybe,
good.
I
Yeah.
could.
But now we share a bank account, so it doesn't matter anymore.
now, now
we just
you
got-
pay no matter
Flip
what.
a
Also, like
coin.
the bargaining, like where your wife be like, what are you gonna give me for this?
Yeah.
Like, well, it's technically our money.
Our
so-
money. So
Oh yeah.
where's it come from?
Yeah.
Same bank account.
Yeah, man. So I think for us, dude, it's been such a fun conversation.
It is awesome, man. We got to learn about the whole life. Learn to
Yeah.
talk a little bit about faith, life,
And I
and
think-
everything.
I think for Cannonballers fans, they're gonna have a lot more fun. Like now they have gotten to know you a little bit, Morris, and getting out there and seeing you play, man. And I think for us, it's been just a privilege talking to you, bro. And
Like,
we tell everybody
having
that comes on the pod, you're now an honorary talking baller.
Ball. Oh yeah.
talking about
And
Talking baller.
man, it's been great. Trev, you got anything to add to that?
No, man. I guess last thing for you. Yeah. What do you guys say to the people of K-Town? I know our fans are a little cray cray. They're a little crazy. We love us
been
some
there, done that.
Cannonballer baseball. But I know you talked a little bit about Kannapolis, but how have you liked the fan base so far in the first month or so?
Yeah, very supportive. I mean, we got our strikeout zone down there in the right field line,
Yeah,
so that's really cool
K
to see
corner,
that.
yeah.
K corner.
Denny Oxendine and Randy and
Oh,
John.
yeah. It's
Those
really
guys
cool.
Those guys are nuts.
Very supportive people.
love you.
And
Oh, they love all you guys, but you get them strikeouts. So they
Yeah.
love you a lot. Yeah.
I love that about K-Town is like it's so tight knit that you see that
Yeah.
Some places you don't see that. You go there and you're like, oh, this is a dead place. But here it's
Zebulon?
yeah.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
sometimes, but
Yeah,
they're
it's
good people over there.
Yeah.
Good people. You know, it's been fun to
Yeah.
play here.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not for too much longer.
Correct. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I gotta move. But
Yeah, we grab you. We love that. We're like,
Yeah.
hey, we want to have these people on now, so then hopefully we don't see. That's my biggest thing every week.
That's
Is like,
the big hope, bro. Is like
Yeah.
get you on, then the Matt Hogan story, right? Like
Oh, yeah,
get you
Hoagie.
on. The next thing you know, you're in Birmingham. So
it was like the next week we had him on the pod, and it went. Everyone loved him. I mean, we had Vandy people chiming in. I mean, literally everybody
Yeah.
throughout is Oral Roberts people. And next thing you know, yeah, he goes to Birmingham midway through the game. I was sitting there, like I was just sitting there. I just see him running through. He's like, "All right, Trav, see you later." I'm like, "Where are you going?" He goes, "Birmingham." Let's go, dude. That's
I love
awesome.
that for Hoagie.
What a guy. What a guy.
yeah, we pulled him mid game, bro.
Yeah, it
crazy.
was mid-game. He was just sprinting through the dugout. So
Yeah.
I'm like, "Where you going?" He goes, "Heading out, man."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, you're going to Birmingham."
Man, this has been such a
Yeah, it's
fun,
been great,
fun
bro.
conversation. Morris,
Yeah.
thank you so much for
Thank
coming
y'all for
on,
having
bro.
me.
And,
Appreciate it.
And no, it's not Austin Morris. It's Morris Austin.
Morris, Austin, get it
Thank
right. Get it right. Thanks for hopping on, man. Thanks for what you stand for, what you believe in. We appreciate you, dude. And like I said, you're an honorary Talking Baller. Hey, if you want to sponsor the Talking Ballers podcast, you can go to talknballers@icloud.com. Shoot us an email. Share one.
Come on. Hit.
And then, hey, listen, we'd love to partner with you. Also, if you want some Talking Ballers swag, go to TALKNBallers, talkingballers.shop. You can get all your Talking Ballers gear. Thanks to Morris for showing us those pitches, the fingerings of the pitches,
Yeah.
man. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Well, hey, we've been Talking Ballers. You've been awesome. We'll see you guys next week for episode 5 of the Talking Ballers podcast.